This is what you see as you partially decapitate this creature. A burst of pastel-colored energy blasts from this creature as a giant concussive blast. The entire crowd around you is knocked unconscious, and the incoming horde of other beings also gets thrown back in the concussive wave. Fortunately, Callum and Emrine were able to withstand this concussive blast, but Pough did not, so he is also unconscious.
Put Pough on my back.
Emrine's a strong girl.
She is. She's gonna do that and then just take off.
And what's Callum gonna do as he sees this?
He's like, wait, hold, oh, and then he's gonna run after them, but he's slower, so he'll catch up eventually. He's losing them.
Playing games with strangers, you know there's no danger. So come on in, we're all friends, playing games with strangers.
So now we're going to go to Felix Wilder.
Hi.
Welcome to the game, Dave. So you have a house full of girls right now.
That's actually normal for me, but not normal for Felix.
It's not normal for Felix. So you've had quite the day. Leona has gone back to wherever it is that Leona goes to. Mm-hmm. And it's getting nighttime, and you hear girls squealing and giggling off in LL's room. What, if anything, is Felix trying to do in this given moment?
I'm going to check on the girls.
They are lost in being preteen girls.
Sure.
Well, rather, Rhoda is a teen, but they're just twittering away.
Okay.
As many times as you have met Rhoda, you've not actually ever seen her like this. And by like this, I mean happy.
Right. That makes perfect sense. After seeing that they are happy and enjoying time together, I'm going to just put on some bedclothes because I was in a suit and tie last time because I was getting ready to go out on a hot date. But considering we've had to take care of a dead body and a nearly dead Ashlyn, I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to put bedclothes on and I'm going to make some popcorn for the girls. Just enjoy the idea of being dad finally after years.
All right. Seems to go over pretty well. They all munch on the popcorn. They're just sitting there chattering, talking about teen and preteen life to you, which, their jargon kind of goes in one ear and out the other, as you do.
Yeet. What's that?
Pretty bog standard girl sleepover, with the exception of LL's newfound abilities. Orbog.
Yes.
After you got those messages from Callum, what did you do?
We're at the castle, right?
Mm-hmm. You're in Castle Manlagar.
Well, you're gonna love this. I think he's gonna want to talk to Aileen some more.
Awesome. I'm so glad that I went back to your character.
Aileen, can I run some things by you and get your opinion?
Well, you're more than welcome to run anything by me. Whether or not you'll like the opinion I give you is a completely different matter.
I expect nothing less. So on my way over here, before I got here, I was thinking, even though I was thinking this could really offend a drow, that now I'm a drow, I was also thinking that I could possibly use this as a tool to show them that we are all one, or something like that. And who knows, knowing my luck, probably won't go over that well. But problem is, I think my older brother has taken, or is trying to take control of Towerfall, even though he, according to our laws and traditions, he doesn't have the right to. But now I'm a drow. I don't even know if I would be considered to have the same bloodline or whatever. So the problem is, as bad as I am with the drow, he's probably a lot worse. And all he really cares about is power. He doesn't even care about the people of Towerfall, from what I've seen. So I don't...
Well, now, Orbog, I'm just going to ask you real quick. Did you actually talk to your brother about this, or are you just making assumptions since you've been back?
I went to his house, and his guards or whatever called him the king.
Okay. And so by what his guards say about him, you're going to base what you think on your brother based off of what the guards say?
I guess I didn't think they had a reason to lie, and my brother pretty much, even in front of you, I think, said that he pretty much wanted to be king. So, I mean...
Okay.
Yeah,
I think you don't understand what I'm saying here. Would it be so bad if he was the king?
Yes, because we're in a precarious situation right now with the drow, and he could screw that up. Like, he could royally screw that up.
As we've seen already, you also have the ability to royally screw that up.
Yeah, but I know that I'm not supposed to go to war with them, and that we are not supposed to. I don't know that he is going to feel the same way, especially since...
Which takes me back to what I originally asked you. Have you talked to him about this?
I got distracted on my way to the castle by the house with chickens that did this to me. Chicken legs,
Well,
whatever.
It sounds to me, Orbog Towerfall, like you are operating based off of a bunch of assumptions and distractions rather than off of genuine information. And I don't know about what you guys call that here in Towerfall, but where I'm from, we call that fake news.
No, I would say it's pretty well informed. He's always wanted to be king. But yes, I get your point. I should probably just go talk to him myself and find things out. But I don't even know if he's gonna believe this is me.
Honestly, running around behind his back based off of assumptions that you make, I think would cause bigger problems in the long run rather than just establishing effective communication.
He doesn't like effective communication. He likes to talk and other people to shut up and listen.
Well, I mean,
I'll go talk to him.
I'm just saying.
If he even let me see him. I don't think his guards were gonna let me wait at his house for him.
You can always talk to him tomorrow. Tomorrow's another day.
Is it nighttime right now?
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Josh Clements and asking what time of day it is.
I guess he's gonna go somewhere and just try to rest. But feels
You
like
don't like to play games where decisions matter, do you?
Well, it's just in the middle of the night sounds like asking for trouble. Especially if I'm a drow that just robbed all the castles and everything.
Has anybody seen Pough? I haven't seen Pough all day. Or Emrine, for that matter.
Nope. I think Pough left a while ago, I think.
No, he wasn't here when I woke up this morning, is all.
Yeah. So, I don't want to make assumptions because you seem pretty judgy about that.
I'm just saying.
Although if I...
It's better to operate with actual information than things that come out of your own mind.
If I was to make assumptions, then I would think that Pough got into trouble and Emrine went to try to get him out of it. But there are many places he can get into trouble around here.
Based off of information from past encounters, I'd say that's probably a fairly legitimate assumption to make.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to rest, so I guess I'm going to go walk around and try to find him.
All right, then. I'll stay here. I got someone I'm fixing to talk to anyway now that things are calming down a little bit.
Okay, yeah. Tell Dallas I said hi.
All right. Where are you going to go mill around at?
And we're at the castle in Sotal, right?
Yep.
I'll kind of like do a loop around that side since it's not that big. Kind of more the outskirts just to see if I happen to see a big gigantic bugbear anywhere, and look for Emrine too and anybody else I know.
Emrine, where exactly were you running off to when you had Pough on your back?
I'm gonna take him back to the castle. potentially chain him to a bed.
Which castle?
The one Manliger, because that's where we were last night. Or this morning, I should say. That's where we left from.
As you are circling around the castle, you eventually see Emrine, no worse for wear, because I don't think you took any damage in that fight.
Not a lick.
You see Emrine showing up with an unconscious Pough mounted over her back.
I should have put money on that.
Emrine, as you are coming up, you see an unfamiliar drow standing outside of Castle Manligar.
She's just gonna go inside. Cool.
It's true, she worked with drow, so...
It's a lot of drow by the castle. Yeah.
Emrine.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi. Can I help you?
Close the eyes and just listen to the voice. This is Orbog. I got changed into a drow.
Oh. Pardon?
Did we ever tell you the story about the witch lady or whatever she is with the in the house with the chicken legs?
This sounds very exciting, but I don't know if you've noticed, but Pough is unconscious on my back. We've come quite a distance. What? Why? Those are... Maybe the why first. Why?
I don't know, because...
Actually, maybe the how.
The lady in the chicken house thing, I didn't know she was... I was on my way to the castle in North Towerfall because I think my brother has taken over there, but I don't know that for sure. And then I saw a house with chicken legs moving in the edge of the forest. So I thought, that's not normal. Maybe I should check that out.
Yes, we always want to check the not normal things in the woods.
So I went to check it out. And then when I realized who it was, I was not happy. But at the same time, I don't know. I felt like I had to try to deal with her or something too, because she caused all kinds of trouble. She actually, when we dealt with her, she took Pough's soul or spirit or something like that, I think, and did a whole bunch of stuff. So I was like, better try to head this off now. And yeah. And so then we were talking, and then she's realizing that I wasn't happy about some things and that I'm kind of in love with you. And he was thinking...
What?
Oh,
Let's go back to the what. I think the what is the most important part now.
right. What's the what?
That is my question.
What? I don't know what the what is.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get this straight. Let me put this in order. I don't know if you've noticed, but Pough is unconscious on my
Right.
back, and I would like to be inside, but we can have this conversation in the street now. So you went by the woods, saw a house that contained a person that apparently took Pough's soul at some point, which is something I'm putting a pin in and we'll get back to. Decided to go in and talk to her. Now you're a drow, and you figured out while you were in there that you're in love with me?
No, well, okay. So I don't know if I'm in love with you or the idea of you, but when I came to Towerfall, the way that you were and taking control and being in command but being caring and everything, I never thought I would ever meet someone like that I would want to settle down with. I'm not saying
what?
that's you. It could just be the idea of you, like
Right.
if you
Yes,
had
the idea.
maybe a twin sister or something. But no, I'm joking about
I'm
that.
going to put a pin in this and remind me to introduce you to someone later. I'm
that's
going to
okay.
go inside now.
Okay.
It's not my sisters. I'm not introducing you to my sisters. You've
Yeah,
met some of them.
that was a bad joke.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so there's that. I said it out loud. But we don't have to be weird because
Why would
and I'll just say this because I know that number one, you probably don't have.
Basti proposed to me today.
Yeah, I know. It's just you have this aura around you. Yeah, it's something's in the water. I don't know.
Something was actually in the woods. Two somethings. In
yeah.
fact, we talked to both of them today, apparently. Okay, I'm
You can
going inside
you can-
now. This has been very informative.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep walking around outside.
By the end of that conversation, you notice Callum running up to the castle.
It's winded.
Fairly winded. Callum, you see a drow standing outside of this castle that this deer lady had walked into.
This place is heaven on earth, but I can't breathe. Does anyone have an inhaler?
Hey, happy sad boy. Remember it's me. Orbog who got changed into a drow.
Oh! Yes. Hold on, let me...
The long distance call. Or maybe a short distance. I don't know. You got here quick.
Yeah, it took a lot of running. That's
I don't think
really
I don't
cool. How did you do
have
that?
I ever seen you run before?
No, I don't think I've done it in quite a while.
Okay.
Probably not since before I died.
Not since the last combat.
It just
It's been about that long.
It just totally struck me when it was like he's not used to seeing Callum running.
Never. Callum's used to running away, maybe. Anyway, just this is. No, I got to say real quick. Now that this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
I know, right? I mean,
Yeah.
in some ways it's not because there are issues that we'll talk about later. But
Okay.
if you need a place to rest tonight, you can go in the castle here.
Yeah, someone kidnapped Pough.
Oh. Yeah, that's she was my bodyguard and she's a friend of ours now. She's okay. Her name's Emrine. But her family's kind of crazy, so
Whose isn't these days? So he's not okay. Good. Then I don't have to keep running, and he seems fine.
he's
then.
safe. He's in love with her too. So it's nice when the lady when she picks up, does her part. So,
Okay, I thought I was understanding the conversation, and then it took a hard left turn that I don't.
sorry.
But there was have you been to the woods up there? 'Cause wild, absolutely wild.
Yeah, I had a different experience, but it's pretty freaky in our woods. That's why.
There was like a lady with butterfly wings and a big jaw, and she sang at Pough, and then there's also a mountain that goes down into the Underdark, and there's just a ton of really cool things down there.
That's
but I'm not.
why we have a saying: "I would not go to the woods."
Oh, well, see, I didn't know that.
I know.
Also, I kind of had to go to the woods to get here, and I found Pough. So
Yeah. I
Right.
find a lot of poo in the woods when I go there, but
that's
you mean the other poo?
Okay,
You didn't
yeah.
spell it, so I didn't know.
I don't think I can. So it's fine. I had a question I was going to ask you because I seem to recall you got a letter, you were coming here. Are you a king now? You overthrew a castle or something, a kingdom. Congratulations.
Technically, I should have inherited it, but my older brother, who's not the greatest, thinks he is in charge, but that's not the way things work here, and it would get complicated probably if I explained it to you. But basically, I should have been.
You have a crazy family too, then.
I should have been in line, but then a whole bunch of stuff happened, and I may have said one or two slightly misinterpreted things, and
Oh yeah, I heard that. It was, that sounds fine. I would say slightly misinterpreted is kind of just interpreting it at face value based on what I heard. But yeah.
But you didn't hear the inflection of the way that I said it, because
I'm pretty sure I heard it in your voice, word for word. But
no, that was these stupid bird kids that send messages.
you have stupid birds here.
Oh, very stupid
Like flying
birds.
into windows and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've been through a wild time. A lot has happened. I would say it's been a long time, but it's actually been not a lot of time at all. a lot went on. So I'm time now, I guess. Kind of.
Like the
Just-
seasoning?
No, like it's been some time that we've been talking just now.
Oh.
My dad, remember him, the horse.
Okay.
Don't tell him I said that.
Your time now. Have you been drinking at all or anything?
No, but I would like to. So it was very confusing because he was...
Right.
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
His soul has something to do with controlling time and time-space. There's a time bubble up north. That was wild. Also, a lot of things got destroyed. I went to the past, and I was looking for Gareth, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't with you guys. So is Stumblefoot around? Because I guess we can try him again
No.
instead.
Stumblefoot, do you know who Lolth is? I would assume you do.
Yeah, I met her. She was a barrel of laughs, that one.
Yeah. Stumblefoot basically sacrificed his life to kill her. Like, for good. Like, obliterate. Gone.
Okay. See. Now, I'm not an emotional person, maybe you've noticed. I never have emotions. None of them. Ever.
Wait, before you start crying. Do you remember what the soul stones are?
Yeah, but can we go back to the fact that sometimes you should, soften the blow of things like that and not just throw it out there?
So, something like that
Yeah.
is where
Uh-huh.
Stumblefoot's like soul or spirit is or whatever. So
So he's not gone.
right, just pretend like he's off like opening a store somewhere or something. And we'll see him sometime down the road.
Can we just not pretend and we can just say he's in a soul stone and we have to get him back at some point? Because that seems doable, as opposed to just saying he's at a store. Which I could do, I guess. So Loth's dead now.
Yeah, that's the
a shame.
good side of it. But
How's Wilder taking it?
oh yeah. By the way, Wilder isn't Wilder.
Who is Wilder?
He's Felix.
Felix is Wilder.
Right.
Then who's Wilder?
Third base.
Perfect. Keeping up.
no.
This is the kind of conversation I can
Yes.
track.
So Felix was from here, from Towerfall, went to find me to kill me because they knew I was an heir. And then some magic person did a magic thing to his brain or head or something and made him think he was somebody else. He even forgot he had a little girl.
Oh,
Yes.
well, that's nice.
So he's a dad.
I thought I had the most wild experience, but I feel like I missed a lot.
Yeah, it's really hard. You should see, we're still trying to catch Gareth up, and he's just like...
Oh, Gareth's here.
Yeah, he'll probably die before
Hey, then
he
it
figures
worked.
everything out, though.
Well, won't we all? I've already done it. Don't care to do it again. Anyway, he was the one I was looking for.
Yeah.
But finding you guys was good too, because I guess... do you guys know that, half of the coast is just destroyed now?
Yeah, and... Okay, I'm a little confused, because I'm assuming, since I didn't see any ships, and we haven't had any ships lately, that you did not come by ship. And we don't have any working portals, because we were really smart and destroyed them all.
Oh yeah, no, I walked here.
From the Underdark.
Yeah, it was a long walk.
That's where Gareth is.
Right now, did I miss him? See
Did
down
you-
there, I feel like I would have seen him.
Did you even look for him?
Well, time was frozen, and I wasn't thinking, where I'm gonna find Gareth? In a drow city.
Yeah.
This is exactly the place that I'd expect Gareth to be.
I know.
I was kind of looking for something a little more, pious.
Yeah, that place is definitely not pious since we destroyed their pie.
Oh, how's Aileen doing?
Speaking of pies, she's
Speaking of.
probably cooking some right
Yeah.
now. She's
Right
doing
now? This is a weird
okay.
time for pie?
She's more powerful, and listen, don't say anything to her about being pregnant or something. She's not, but she gets really offended if you say stuff like that because she's like glowing, and you know how they say like people glow?
No.
Which is weird because they could just be radioactive. I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know what that means, but yeah, they could be that.
So what is... So your dad, the unicorn thing,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
was time.
Yes, it's called an aspect, apparently. And he kind of took his soul and he put it in the place of my soul. Oh, so also I was one of them. An aspect, I mean, which means I was kind of not time for a while, and I was actually in topathy, apathy, something like that. Decay. I was decay. You know, I was, which is fitting because I was dead. So funny.
Yeah, I could see you as apathy too.
Yeah. I don't remember what it's called. I think I wrote it down somewhere. It was a long, confusing conversation. There were flowcharts and
So
spreadsheets involved.
you get to see your mom too. You said you were gonna try to
Oh, yeah.
find her.
She's doing great. No,
Oh,
she's
good.
in a bubble.
Oh,
Totally fine.
I thought she...
Not like herself, like by herself.
Right. With bubble friends.
That, yeah, you know. I mean, they're real, but they are in the bubble. So yes, bubble friends, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was actually kind of interesting. My dad did it. My dad was also in there, even though he's also dead. Time's weird.
Yes. It's very weird. And everything else aside, it is good to see you.
Well, thank you. It's good to see you too. I'm sorry you're not king.
I'm sorry.
I was
I am
kind of looking
too.
forward to you being king.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of sorry that I just may have told someone something I shouldn't have said out loud.
Like state secrets.
Oh, like that I love them. So
Oh. Was it Aileen?
It's-
Did you follow it immediately after the pregnant conversation? Because that seems like I understand then why she wasn't super thrilled.
No, it's not Aileen.
Is it Wilder?
No, it's not Wilder. Wilder's not Wilder anyways. Oh, but speaking of,
Oh,
I think-
yeah, Felix.
yeah,
Yeah.
he has...
Hold on. Yeah.
He has, which you might know, I don't know, she's like an angel of death that like,
Who?
yeah. So like,
The one you love.
no, the one
Can I mate her?
that Felix loves, I think, or he likes.
Felix,
she
who is
likes
Wilder?
him a lot. Yes.
Wait, I'm still confused. So Wilder isn't Wilder, but Felix is Wilder. So who did Wilder become then?
I don't know. I think he's on a different show now.
Oh, okay. All right. And now Wilder's hanging out with the Angel of Death.
Right.
I wonder if I met her.
That's
Or
what
him.
I'm saying.
know.
You probably know her.
But maybe. I don't know. So who do you love then?
Oh, we're still talking about that.
This feels great. I feel like I should have a cup of tea.
You know the deer lady that you were chasing?
Yeah, she's very fast.
Yes. That's one of
Also,
her.
she picked up Pough like it was nothing.
Yes.
It was wild to watch.
That's why I say like, okay, so she's the one, but I don't know. It's like, is it just that I love all these things about her, or I actually love her? That's what I don't know.
What's the difference?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just making it too complicated. I guess also I'm kind of afraid of being hurt because she has like 5 other people that love her. So, and I think she got proposed to today.
Oh,
So,
yeah, that does seem like a problem. Do we know who proposed to her? Because, I mean, we could take care of it.
I like the way you think. Yeah, no,
I'm not supposed to say that anymore.
no,
I have turned a new leaf.
no.
I've been praying more things about
Honestly,
life, giving people
and I will,
good
and I will
honor.
tell you
Yeah.
this, and I mean this sincerely because he's your
Uh-huh.
friend too. Pooh is like in love with her, which is why I did not tell her before, and why I'm an idiot for telling her now. And obviously, Pooh would be a better influence on her than I would be. So I'm trying to just let that be that. Like, I wouldn't want her to change or grow. Like, I like her the way she is.
So Pough proposed.
No. That's her boyfriend. Bastille, I think.
Oh, Okay, all right.
I don't know. Could have been the.
Okay, well, that's good
I
then,
think that's
'cause-
what she said. I can't remember because there's this other like big deer guy that he likes her too, and I don't know. I'm telling you, it's hard. It's hard to keep up with. Like I need like lists of things to.
Yeah, you should try learning about the entire time-space continuum in one go.
Yeah, I do have a question about this. So okay, here's a weird thing, and this is it's almost like a keeper thing, like oh ha ha ha, here's a joke on Orbog. Aside from turning me into a drow, orcs and half orcs don't live very long. We live to like 30, 35 years, like that's it.
That's a bummer.
I'm almost there, is my point.
Yeah.
But now that I'm a drow, how long do they live for?
Oh, like much longer than that, for sure.
Like 60 years?
Yep, plus like a 0.
Oh.
Yeah, like elves. I mean, they're just elves, but cooler. Because it's cold underground.
How long do you think like deer chicks live for? Just between us guys here talking.
I don't know.
Right about this time, Callum, you notice a minotaur approaching the castle.
This is my lucky day. Honestly, things have never gone better.
And
Do you know what's on my list of favored enemies?
he's looking around and doesn't recognize either of you and starts heading towards the castle. Orbog, you recognize Bastite as he's going by, looking concerned.
Callum's just staring in awe.
Hey Bastite, can we help you?
Who,
Oh, this is the one.
Yeah, this is him.
Who are you?
Hi, I'm Callum.
No, wasn't talking to you.
Okay.
Oh, hi, he's Callum.
You. Who are you?
Oh, me.
You know, you seem to know who I am. I don't have a clue.
Yeah, I'm your conscience.
Is there a reason we're being obtuse about it?
I'm sorry. It was just there. I'm Orbog, the supposed king guy that you made fun of, and I got changed into a drow. Are you looking for Emrine?
Well, you thought people didn't like you enough already? You had to go and stoop to being a drow?
I mean, I'd like to say the drow are much higher on the list of preferred things. Also, that's a nice jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, your mom seemed to think so. Anyway, have you seen Em?
That's uncalled for.
She took off earlier with Rhoda, and Rhoda's not been back.
Oh, yeah, I think she was...
Probably with your mother. I don't...
Yeah, no, she and Pough went on a date.
Seriously?
Yeah, the bugbear likes her, right? And she likes him, so,
Not the only one I hear.
So she's got me housing up her family while she's stepping out on me with some other guy.
Well, I don't know if it was a date. He was unconscious. That's the way my dates are usually.
Yeah, there was a big, dragon lady with butterfly wings involved.
Yeah. All right. I see how this is.
Oh, I'm being
Just-
completely
just-
honest about that.
Just one big joke to you guys. In the meantime, she's stepping out on me and having me foot the bill.
I'd like to submit that I said you looked really cool.
Next time you see her,
I think she's in the castle. I said he was unconscious. So no, there was no dating. I think she just saved his butt again.
Yeah, okay. Well, she's in the castle. She and I are going to have words.
Yeah.
He starts storming off towards the castle.
Yeah. You should.
Don't like the words I had with your mother. I don't think I like that guy, Orbog.
Yeah, no one likes him. But he's the one that actually proposed to Emrine, so he's got bigger guts than me or Pough, so I guess I got to give him that. I'd like to give him something else, though.
Yeah, I think I would too.
In the castle, Emrine, you hear Bastite shouting your name down in the foyer.
I will go trotting along, as it is probably late at night now. Bestie, why are we yelling?
Oh, why am I
the
yelling?
castle.
Because you have I go out of my way to house your family, and all of a sudden I have King Drowbog out there telling me that you've been stepping out on me with the bugbear. And so, like, I'm footing the bill while you're dating somebody else, and I'm sitting here trying to change myself for you to make you happy? Is that how this relationship is now? Is that what we're doing?
That was a lot all at once for you to say, most of which was wholly inaccurate. And it is also not your job to make me happy, nor did I ask you to. And for your information, I was not on a date.
Well, you should have some words with Captain Kingy Pants out there, because he's telling misinformation about you.
And even if I did go on a date, we are currently not dating, Bestie, which I said I needed time.
Oh, really?
I believe that is exactly the conversation that we had not that long ago, yes.
He just turns around and walks out the door.
She'll go follow him, because it sounds like her family needs to find a new place to stay now. They walk past Orbog and Callum, once again hashing out the details of time, space, and relationships.
No words to Orbog about anything?
No, she's just keeping up with Basti. No, actually, there is a look and a pointed finger that says, and then she keeps walking.
And Orbog's got his arms up like, what? What did he do?
Well, it wasn't me. I didn't say anything.
Why are you following me?
I'm not following you. Oh, sorry.
Well, it sounds like you didn't want my family staying in your house anymore because you are footing the bill.
Did I say that?
Yes, actually verbatim.
No. Did I say I was kicking your family out?
No. But I also don't need to be beholden to someone that's going to hold it over my head.
I'm not holding it over your head. I feel like that you used my emotions against me to get them in my house in the first place. I made a deal with you. I honor my deals. But quite frankly, if you had zero interest, you should have been upfront about that.
Bestie, I told you how I felt, which was very difficult. I don't like talking about feelings at all, nor do I like being unpleasant, which apparently I'm doing a lot lately. You proposed out of the blue after dating 2 other people, I believe, since I died and came back. And I said I needed time. And that was it. And then I went to the woods and killed a monster today. So I'm a little tired and frankly, just not ready to be kind again. So that was how today went.
Anyway, the reason why I even came here was because Rhoda hasn't come back yet.
Yes, she is having a sleepover.
And you couldn't think to tell me about it.
Bestie, after all the back and forth this morning, I thought you would understand that it was a complicated day. What with, the other one.
Your dad stopped by and picked up Nickus, so...
Oh, gods. M takes off. Bye.
So you're just running off up north again? Just all by yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Orbog and Callum, you both saw this exchange.
That looked like it went really well for you.
Yeah.
I give Basti a thumbs up. Congratulations on your engagement, by the way.
He just walks off. He's like not even in a mental place where he can respond to any of this. What are the two of you going to do? Because apparently I have to resolve some things in Vonder now.
I don't know. Can you take me to where Gareth is? Because I'd love to see him. Or do I have to walk all the way back up to that mountain? Because it was a long walk and I just ran back here and I'm very tired.
Why? So you really need to see him right now? Because...
we could, go to bed first because I am also very tired. But
as far as I know, he's in the Underdark that you left to get here. So either we can go there to try to find him, or we can wait here for him to come back to us.
But if I go to bed, I can just send him a message in the morning. That's also an option. Because I used all my spells
You did do
So-
a lot of running too, so
Yeah, that's the most cardio I've gotten ever.
yeah, I love that cardio.
Right, well, I'm going to go find those pies that you were talking about. And I point at the castle and go that way.
Emrine,
Yeah?
after a couple of hours of running back up to Vonder again, by the time you get back there, it is deserted.
Oh, this sounds so lovely. This is so good. This is great. I love this for me, for my family. Okay. All right. Okay. Is there signs of those fairy things here?
No, it just looks like a bunch of dead trees so far.
Em just sits there and cries for a little while. And then she'll go back to search for her brother and her father.
Okay, is that how you're spending the rest of the evening?
Oh, yes. Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Well, you can go ahead and take a point of exhaustion.
Yep.
In the morning! Felix, I need you to roll a constitution save to see if the twittering of preteens and teens have kept you up all night.
5.
Yeah, you didn't get great sleep. Like, you're not going to take a point of exhaustion, but you is a tired daddy.
And somehow, even though the girls were up just as long, they seem to have gained an energy level.
Yes, this is
We don't
these do
understand
be the
it.
facts.
I'm going to peel myself from wherever I fell asleep, and I'm going to drag myself to the kitchen to make breakfast for everybody. Still just in dad mode.
Let's see here now. Callum's use awake.
I'm awake. I have spell slots again. Time to burn them all.
All
The first one's going to go to Gareth.
right.
Again, not going to count ahead of time, so here we go. Hey, Gareth. Been a while. Hope you're well. Heard you're in Towerfall. I am too. And I'd love to catch up and talk about some things like...
That's all you get from Callum, Gareth.
Okay. Well, Gareth will take the next 3 days to plan out exactly what 25 words he's going to say.
Because that's the Gareth thing to do.
Actually, he would probably say something like, "Sounds good.
Great.
Great to hear from you. Let me know when would be best for you. Signed, Gareth,
Perfect.
your friend. XXX."
That's 25 right there. That was amazing. You fit a whole message in there.
That's like literally when a grandparent gets their first cell phone and they're figuring out text messaging.
XO.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to use another spell slot to send message again. Sooner rather than later would be great. I've kind of been learning on my own, and I don't really understand this book that Stumblefoot gave.
Again, that's all you got. Because
Got it.
Whoever's next to Callum hears him continue to talk probably for another minute.
Okay, so what part of Ultha-Urtha am I at?
you are outside the city walls. You're in the encampment that they let your congregation stay.
Okay.
And
So that outside the front gate of the city walls?
yeah, like if Callum was to go down there, he would definitely notice it.
So I would say back, "You can find me." Oh, wait a minute. I haven't been using Gareth's voice.
Thank you, I've missed it.
"You can find me in the encampment outside the front gates of Ortheon.
Ultha-Urtha.
The rest of the message is just Gareth trying to pronounce his name.
Exactly.
Perfect. Awesome. I'm going to use my last 3rd level spell slot again because I don't learn from my mistakes, and I'm going to send Wilder a message. Oi! I'm in Towerfall. Things got weird. Time got weird. Would love to catch up. I heard you're dating death. Cool.
Oh, wow. Surprise, surprise. So, you should come to North Towerfall, because that's where I have a home. We could get coffee at Lenny's.
Great, I've learned a lot of names today of places. I have no idea where they are. Looking forward to learning. I need a map. I should go wake Orbog so he can explain to me more about the customs of Towerfall for the rest of this episode. I should also probably check on Pough. Post-haste.
All right, you search around the castle, and you find Orbog in his royal chambers that has nothing in it.
Royal adjacent. Defunct royalty. Hey, Orbog.
Hey, Callum.
Quick question.
Yes.
2 questions, actually. Also, good morning. It's probably like noon. So do you know, first of all, where Ultha-Urtha, there was a lot of syllables in it, and I don't think Gareth got it. Cool. Do you also know where Lenny's is?
Yes.
Cool. I'm supposed to meet Wilder there. And also Gareth, I know where he's at now, but we didn't set a time, so I assume coffee meant immediately. So I think Lenny's is first.
Oh, I guess we're all just trying to hang out with you now.
I mean, you don't have to. You could just, give me
I'm
directions and I
just
could
teasing.
leave.
I can show you, but
We could go do other things.
well, I was just gonna show you, like, when you because you didn't do it last night, but when you meet someone here, like, you're supposed to spin around in a circle and then like curtsy backwards as like a sign of
It's kind of like a bugbear greeting.
like a sign of respect. Yeah.
That's weird that they've adopted that, but all right.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
I don't know.
Great.
So we head to Lenny's.
Were you immediately going to Lenny's too, Felix?
I'm going to say no, just because he didn't hear anything back.
I can't send another one back.
Things aren't complicated enough. So I'm going to stay put.
Great. Fun and interactive.
Orbog and Callum, you guys come up to Lenny's, and there is no Felix there.
I order breakfast anyway.
Yeah.
This is a happening show, guys.
Yeah.
So based on my very storied past of relationship advice, I think we need to figure out your love life.
Oh, yeah. If I had a love life, we could figure it out.
Well, I mean, clearly you're in love, and I am an expert in most things. That's a lie. But Loth did flirt with me once, so kind of the same thing.
Yeah, you don't have weird deities flirt with you every day, so that's, yeah.
Oh,
See, but,
I don't know about you, but
okay, so is this gonna be like, I mean, I'll take honest advice, but if this is like, hey, yeah, Pough is probably better for her, let me give him bad advice to, like, push him away.
I mean, I don't know her, so I couldn't tell you. All I saw was she was terrifying and fast. Those are the 2 traits that I know so far. Also,
I know, that's it.
followed the men that proposed.
That's what I love about her. She's terrifying.
Oh, well, we can find you that easy.
I know.
We just need to go down to the Drow City, and we'll find you someone. I saw an Illithid colony. We can find some people real terrifying if you like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even though I technically could possibly live for hundreds of years, I don't know that, see, we're still dealing with, and know that I'm not trying to change the subject or anything, but we're still dealing with Carrick and Zaos, or one of them or something.
Oh, yeah. So, speaking of those guys, yeah. So I have kind of a new mission now. This might be surprising, but I have to pop them. One of them. Carrick, I think. Maybe Zaos. No, Zaos.
Pop?
That's the one. Like a balloon.
I thought this was a bubble reference again.
Well, kind of like a bubble too, I guess. But I think he's going to be a little more sturdy than that. Which is, frankly, terrifying. But not as terrifying as it was before. So, progress. We call this development, I think.
So that's like your job or mission or something?
Yeah, because he has my soul.
Oh, yeah.
He has an aspect of my soul. But he has the soul aspect of me. Both of these words can be used interchangeably, and it's very confusing.
Okay, back to me about my love life. What should I do?
Yeah.
Orbog, what is your passive perception?
Pretty passive. That's a callback to like episode 5.
It's a real throwback.
I do not remember, but it was like 16 or 17.
With that, then you notice Leona walking into Lenny's.
Don't look now, but
She doesn't see you. She's just going to she's sitting at the counter like she's going to order breakfast for herself.
he's just gonna lean closer to Callum.
Callum is confused.
The lady that just walked in. She's the death angel or whatever that likes Felix Wilder.
Wild. Cool. Awesome. I look at her, very obviously.
Yeah, you see a woman with very white skin and incredibly white hair, colorless eyes except for the 2 pupils.
She looks wicked cool.
I know. You wanna, since Pough and I are going after Emrine, you wanna try to go after her?
I mean, it would create a trend, wouldn't it?
I mean, everybody's doing it.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't talked to her yet, so I couldn't rightfully tell. But if they're serious, then I don't want to get in the way.
Yeah, that's
There's a whole drow city for me to explore,
that's
so,
true.
But death is pretty cool.
Death is.
I have experience, so. So does she have like a name, or is she just like Death Lady?
Leon. I think her name's Leon.
Okay. Ah, that's fine. Cool. Neato.
I'll try to get her attention.
Callum's not talking quietly this whole time anyway.
Hey, Death Lady.
You see her turn around with a look somewhere between confused and offended.
Sorry.
Callum is just gonna say, I like your hair, but in Celestial.
She seems impressed, like she hasn't heard her native language spoken in a long time. Do you speak Celestial, Orbog?
I don't think anyone else does.
No.
Yeah, so you have no idea what just happened then. She looks back at you and she goes, how do you know my tongue? She says it in Celestial.
Because it's my tongue as well.
She raises an eyebrow and she asks who you are.
Callum, what's up?
She just kind of nods to you, Callum. She goes, well, it's good to meet another of our kind. I don't meet them very often. And she turns back to the counter and begins to eat her grand blam.
It's nice to meet you. I hear you and my friend know each other.
Oh,
He says after, too much time has passed for him to continue this conversation.
what language do you say that in? In Celestial?
Oh,
Or
still Celestial.
who's your friend?
A Wilder. Or Felix. Felix, who is now Wilder. Wilder is someone else.
She raises her eyebrows and she goes, you know Felix?
Oh yeah, we go way back, kind of.
How far back?
Before he was himself again, apparently. I got to the Spark notes.
Oh, okay. So you knew him as Wilder then, probably, correct?
Yeah, that's why I led the conversation with Wilder instead of Felix.
Oh, does he know you're in town?
Yeah, I sent him a message. We were supposed to meet him for coffee here.
I wonder why he's not here. I wonder if Emrine hasn't picked up her sister yet.
She gets around.
Okay.
I met her today too, kind of. I saw her kill a thing in the woods and then run away with my best friend.
You saw her kill a thing in the woods today?
Well, it was yesterday, technically, but within the last 24 hours.
Oh, I see. Well, if you like, I can take you to his house.
Orbog, you want to go to Felix's house?
Do you say that in Celestial or Common?
No, that one's in common.
Sure, why not?
She's like, oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry, Orbog.
Yes. Oh, can't remember her name. Jadis, maybe.
Leon.
I was the
Oh,
lady
the lady
house.
in the house.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
house
that was
with
Jadis.
the chicken legs. I'm Orbog. She turned me into a drow.
In exchange for what?
That's a really good question.
You have put yourself quite in a precarious situation, Orbog Towerfall.
That sounds like something that's going to come up next arc.
Listen, Love makes you do crazy things.
Love? Who are you in love with?
Oh, nobody.
We can't start this conversation again. It took us a long time to get through it the first time.
We can go to Felix.
Okay. Well, follow me. Felix, as you are finishing up cleaning up the dishes for the breakfast that you have made, you hear a knock at your door.
I answer it.
You see Leona standing there with a drow and with Callum.
Okay, I know.
Hey, congratulations. I heard you were a dad.
Yeah, congratulations for making it all the way here. How are you with Leona, and do I have to kill him?
What? No, that's Orbog. We went to Lenny's. I was going to meet you for coffee, but you didn't show up. So
You never let me know you can go, so...
Oh yeah, I couldn't, magic, it's fickle. Anyway, She walked in. Orbog pointed out that this is, so we were talking and she said she would bring us here. Here we are.
I look around the three of them. Where is Orbog?
I am Orbog.
Callum points.
Jadis. Okay, here's the quick version. Jadis. Chicken leg house. Orbog does something dumb. Orbog gets turned into drow.
Leona looks at you, Felix, and she goes, he made an open-ended deal with a fae.
All right, Callum, Leona, you guys can come in. Orbog, you can stay there for a second. Please, come in.
Sorry, bud. Walk inside.
Oh yeah, you're really sorry.
As they both come in, I shut the door. And I just start belly laughing.
Yes.
Okay. So, boy, I'm glad I'm not the only one that does stupid things. Okay.
Oh yeah, I heard about your wife. Sorry about that too.
Wait, wife?
Wait, wife?
I don't know what official term you guys were using at the end, but,
Wait.
the one that turned you into a spider. Things were, crawling all over the place. Life was good.
Gotcha. Sorry. So I've learned a lot of things about myself.
Boy, have I done the same.
Yeah. So, sorry. I did have a wife before that wife. But yeah, she's gone. But so's Stumpy.
But apparently his soul's somewhere still, so we can get him back.
Oh no, you misunderstand. His soul's in a soul stone. I have to hang on to it until the blockage between this world and the next is cleared.
Well, she said.
Oh, well, that's on my to-do list, so I'll get right on it.
And then his soul can proceed into his eternal reward.
That sounds like the wrong direction to be going, but, based on some of the reading I've been doing, not so bad.
I mean, it was his choice.
Yeah,
Okay, so what are you doing here?
Went to see my ma. It was interesting. There was a big time bubble. Most of Faerun seems like it's been shot up. Met my dad again, even though technically he's dead, but he wasn't there because time bubble. Found out I'm time now. Went back in time to Waterdeep before it got blown up, and then walked here underground.
You're the son of the keeper?
That's me, yeah.
Interesting. I should have noticed that. You look like him.
Is it the dead thing?
Are you saying I look like a horse? What?
She laughs at your comment. She says, no, dear, that was just an avatar he would use from time to time.
He was awful fond of it.
When people get stuck in ruts, I suppose. No, it's good to meet you. Did you say your time now?
Kind of. So one of the causes of the blockage, kind of, not the big one, but the one that's serving the big one, he kind of took my half of my soul, so now he has what I'm supposed to be, and my dad gave me what he has so that I would be alive again, because otherwise I was gonna die for real instead of just the first time where I came back. Yeah, so it's currently just temporary, duct tape holding it all together in there, from what I understand. So I'm temporarily, you could say, which is an aspect of time, and I am that as well.
That's not quite how that works.
It is a long conversation and very confusing, so that's about as close as I'm going to get to understanding.
I try not to look at what makes people tick. It's kind of a privacy issue. Do you mind if I take a look
At what?
at your soul?
Oh, yeah, I mean, everyone else has, so might as well.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
She just kind of stares at you for a brief moment. She goes, interesting. No, you're not the aspect of time.
No, I know. I'm holding on to it for my dad.
Well, technically, you're just holding on to your dad.
Yeah, we had that conversation too, so it's kind of us. Now, I'm a collective, I guess.
You're like a vehicle.
Yeah, we talked about that. I don't like that term.
At any rate, he's just kind of serving as a placeholder for your actual aspect.
Yeah. I've got to pop the other one.
Interesting way of putting it. Do you know what your aspect was?
Yeah, it was like an endometriosis,
Sarcasm?
decay, whatever it was.
Entropy?
Yeah, that's the one. That sounds right.
Suddenly, the state of this world makes more sense.
Yeah, that's what I was telling my dad.
She looks at you, Felix, and she goes, well, you certainly know how to pick fens, Felix.
I suppose.
You know how to pick ladies too. Callum gives you a thumbs up.
In a rare moment that I don't think Felix has ever seen, Leona blushes.
I can go. I can leave,
Real quick, before I let Orbog in. Callum, I would like you to meet LL. And without looking, I point behind me and accidentally point at Rhoda.
So, okay. Well, alright. Things are not making sense these days, but is you alright. Cool. Nice to meet you.
Oh, and Rhoda goes, no, I'm not. LL.
Oh.
She points up at the ceiling. That's LL.
Yeah.
That is very cool.
It's kind of complicated, kind of like you, and I guess she's part Lolth, I guess. I'm sure it's much more complicated than that. Kiddo, if you could come down here and say hello to my friend Callum, that'd be wonderful.
She does a half backflip off the ceiling, lands on her feet, and with her hand out to shake her hand. She goes, hi, my name's LL.
I'm Callum. That was very cool.
She's gotten cooler in the last day. So, okay. Let's let Orbog in now that we're all caught up. Gonna open the door.
LL looks back at you and she goes, Dad, can I take Rhoda home? Emrine was supposed to be here already, but she hasn't showed up.
I don't think you should be the one to take her home. I mean, you and I could go and take her, and
Orbog could take her home and, catch up with... what was her name again?
Emrine.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Rhoda looks at you and goes, do you know my sister?
Me? No. Well, yes. I saw her kill a thing in the woods. Very scary. And then she picked up my friend and bolted.
Yeah, that sounds like Emrine.
She killed a thing in the woods.
Yeah, it's like a dragon thing with butterfly wings. It tried to eat Pough, I think. So.
Now, when you say eat Pough,
that's her friend.
Oh, okay. I've met him.
Yeah.
Wait, why would Orbog need to catch up with my sister?
Oh, because you guys work together, right? And she was, killing things in the woods. So probably want to know about that, don't you, Orbog?
Is the door open yet, or is it still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I was going to say, when they opened it, I'd probably be falling in because I was listening.
Perfect.
Orbog, I have way too many questions for you.
I have way too many questions for me, too.
I don't think we have time for those.
Nope.
So
I have all the time now.
Yeah. We have Callum for that.
Indeed. Could we maybe, for the sake of, I don't know.
The DM.
Maybe, whoever that is. Could we maybe all head back to Southern Towerfall, regroup and figure out what's going on? We've got a few more days left in the until the drow are supposed to get back in touch with us, and it'd probably be a good
Wait,
idea.
what are the drow doing?
We're trying to make peace, kind of.
You left that out of the entire catch-up phrase.
Well,
Apparently he's been making very, very smart decisions lately. So I think maybe we should all get together. We should all figure out what we're doing and make a plan, because...
Yeah, can we get Gareth to come too, though?
that was kind of what I was leaning toward.
Perfect.
I'm
in.
I have a question too, and I don't know how you feel about. I mean, I'm assuming as a father, you wouldn't like this idea. I'm wondering if, when we have to go back down there, if she should come with us, since she has some lolthy kind of stuff about her. Like I'm just putting it out there.
Let's put it in the back pocket.
Yep.
I think we should all go to the tower. Both girls. Everybody. Not tower. To the castle. That's what I meant. And then we'll think about it.
I think my brother is in the northern castle. I think he thinks he's in charge now.
I mean, he's more in charge than you are right now. You and your nice new getup.
Yep.
Handsome, by the way. Much taller.
Yeah, lot taller.
You might actually have a chance with the ladies now.
Yeah.
Now just work on the attitude.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me pack some things.
So are we going to, because you said everybody to meet at the castle in Southern Towerfall, but, well, Emrine's up here and Gareth is down there.
Do you want to go get Emrine?
That's a loaded question.
I'm just saying, if you look around, I've kind of got my own crew that I have to take care of.
Right. Well, maybe we should go look for Gareth then. Unless we can just send him messages.
That is not something I can do.
I'd have to take rest first.
Leona looks at you guys and goes, well, I can do that.
But he told me where he was, so like...
Well, I assume he's still in the Underdark, right?
Yeah.
I assume where we left him.
Yeah, he said he was outside the city, and I would not mind going to see it. So I could get him, you know.
Are you talking about Ultha-Urtha?
Yeah, that's the one.
I can take you if you'd like.
Sure.
Everybody or just Callum?
Just Callum.
I mean, I can get Gareth and we can meet you at the castle.
I mean, just... If you want to go Callum, that's fine. Leona can make her own decisions.
I can also just walk, you know. I know the way now. So if you guys need to figure it out...
Oh, no. We know how to get down there. Or at least I do. Not Orbog.
I know how to get down there.
Uh-huh. Sure.
You do too. You just, you gotta go up that mountain quite a ways.
No, you don't. You don't really.
That's the long way.
I can get you there much faster.
Yeah, if Leona needs things to do. She's bored.
She turns around with a sour look on her face and she goes, "Are you speaking for me?"
Hey, I'm gonna go pack up a bag for LL and myself, and we should probably head to the castle. Callum, you have fun with Leona. I didn't want to say it that way. And I'll meet you guys there. That'd be great. And I'm gonna walk to the back of the house that's not even my room, like just a random room, so I can't be seen anymore.
Perfect. It just walks into the cloak closet at the end of the hall. Just closes the door.
Well then, somebody got a little bit too comfortable speaking on my behalf. Are you ready to go, Callum?
I've never wanted to leave a situation more in my life, and I've been in some bad situations.
That makes two of us. She walks up to you, and you notice two pearl-esque wings wrap around you.
I think by default, his wings come out. It's just a lot of wing happening.
Oh boy.
These two sets of spectral wings come out, and they wrap around each other, and they disappear.
And LL goes, my dad's in trouble.
Gareth, as you are getting up for the day to go about your business, you notice a lady who is completely white standing before you, and Callum.
Callum! Nice to see you.
Hello.
Who is your friend?
Oh, this is Death. Or Leon.
My name is Leona.
Oh, is it?
Nice to meet you, Leona. Did you just arrive?
I thought you were dead. Or I'm missing, I guess. But
I was missing, yes.
I was also dead for a while, so, par for the course.
I know, and I'm glad to see you back.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back. A lot has happened. I don't want to go through it because it took about 2 hours of this podcast already. Callum goes through the exact same speech he did for both of the other two. It makes no sense. Also, Stumblefoot. Of course you know Stumblefoot. That was a stupid question.
Dear departed Stumblefoot.
Yeah, so you know how you guys, do the church thing?
Yes.
Yeah, I do that now too.
Ah, excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. And your friend Leona?
No, I don't know. I just met her today, 5 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Very nice to...
I serve in a different capacity.
Ah. Excellent. Well, I'd be willing to talk to you about that as well. Perhaps...
I am the angel of death.
It can be something where...
Yeah, I said death.
Metaphors work here, yes. So
No, I don't think you understand. And you see, she kind of flexes her back a little bit, and 2 pearl-esque wings pop out from behind her back, and she goes, I am literally an angel of death.
I've been able to do that forever, Leona, so it's not super impressive.
Still, it's somewhat impressive, yes.
Yeah, I mean, they look nice.
But yes, we could still discuss how things work in the larger sense. So, Callum, why are you here exactly?
Yeah, so you know about the whole Zeos thing, right?
Yes,
Carrick
I remember.
So, first of all, still terrifying people. But it turns out that, as I said, I kind of have to go take care of them if I want to be back to normal and then take care of other stuff. But also, I don't know what I'm doing as far as life and faith and all that. So I thought you would be a good place to start. And also, you just seem pretty cool all the time, level-headed.
I do try. The paladin training helps a lot. But yes, come in, please. I can give you some fine pointers to get you started.
Great. Perfect. Well, thanks for the ride, Leona.
Oh, did you want me to leave?
I mean, you can stay if you want, I suppose.
Yes, please stay. You would benefit from hearing this as well.
She looks sick. She just kind of cocks her head like a dog that heard a weird noise. And she's like, okay.
We're just going to invite the angel of death in to hear the gospel message.
It's fine.
Maybe she can change her ways.
After said gospel message, and maybe just a lesson on how to pray, because Callum's confused about it, because he's only prayed to his dad.
Dear Dad.
Got a lot of misconceptions about it. We're also supposed to meet up at the castle, and I probably should have said that a while ago.
Well, we can talk as well as we head to the castle.
Perfect.
As you guys are streamlining to the castle, we'll streamline that conversation, and Gareth teaches you how to pray, and Leona's there basically affirming what he's saying. But yeah, y'all get to the castle, and everybody except for Aileen and Pough are there.
So Stumblefoot is there? Yes!
I meant everybody that's amongst the living.
Oh.
If Pough's not there, Callum's going to lose his mind again, so...
You mean Emrine?
No. Callum. That's his best friend first,
well,
okay? He doesn't want Pough to like this lady. It's his friend.
Let me rephrase this. Well, yeah, Emrine, Pough, and Aileen are not in the area where everybody's meeting up at.
Oh, we just have not gotten them yet.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is my idea to bring everybody here. You all agreed, so I'm not fully at fault, which is good.
For once.
So, Callum, I'm trying to figure out how you fit into this whole thing. Obviously, all of us are involved. Just...
Hold on. Am I being broken up with?
You telling him to leave? What's going on?
No. I just, I don't know. It's been a bit since you've been around, and I think everybody thought you were maybe dead.
I told you where I was going. I left a nice letter.
Yeah, but it seems like everybody's dying, so...
Oh, well, yeah, that's fair. All right, yeah, given that I was in Fae Room, that makes sense.
There's been a lot going on, and there's a lot still to do, and we need to figure out how we're going to spend the rest of the days we have before we talk to the Drow, and Orbog, how are we going to fix things? You think changing into a Drow, whether or not it was on purpose or on accident, it doesn't matter, but you think that's going to help, or it's going to hurt?
Yes. I'm concerned about both, I guess. It could go either way, because they may be offended and feel like I'm mocking them again, but to my knowledge, I can't undo this.
Probably not.
Play it like I really went out of my way to impress them and encourage them. I feel like we need to go talk to my brother, though, in his castle and see what his deal is and see how he's going to try to screw up our plans.
If you don't mind me adding something to this conversation on that topic, or rather the topic before that.
About me leaving?
No.
Oh, all right.
Breaking up
No,
with him?
dear, I think you're wonderful. You would be a great influence on some of the people in this party.
That is the first time I've ever heard that.
Callum blushes.
As far as Orbog and his plans, I think, and I mean no disrespect by saying this, so please take it as such, but I think you should abdicate your right to the throne to your siblings.
Well, I don't even think that I mean, you're just saying for me to officially say it to them, because I don't think, I mean, it's based on our bloodline, and I probably don't have that blood in me anymore.
Well, it's not so much that as you made an open-ended deal with a Fae.
I don't know how I did that.
You accepted a favor from a Fae without expanding limitations.
It was without consent. I did not ask her to turn me into a drow.
That feels like a lie.
I did not.
Did you ask her not to turn you into a drow?
I was asking, because we were talking about different species and things.
Why would you be talking about different species if you weren't looking to become something?
Okay, this is gonna get really awkward. She was trying to get me to change into a deer person, because she could see in my mind or whatever that I like Emrine.
I think everybody knew that.
Rhoda, who's there with Wilder,
Oops.
just kind of got a little bit wide-eyed.
And no, I told her that that I didn't think she was impressed by that, because there's this other deer guy that she's not impressed with, and so I don't have to be that, and I don't think that she thinks like that way, of like that kind of prejudice way, like, oh well, I can only date deer people or half whatever people. I don't think Emrine's that way, so I'm not worried about that. And I think she's better with Pough or somebody like that who's a better person than I am. So I wasn't even worried about that. So then we were talking, but then she just kept pushing, and then we were talking about other things.
And then you're all like, I bet you can't do a drow, can you? And she's
Nope.
like, boom, bang, there you go. Nope.
No, I asked her a question about drow, and then she turned me into one.
Oh, like how tall a drow? How many toes do they have?
Yes, not turn me into a drow.
But you didn't specifically tell her not to turn you into a drow.
Fae are tricky.
I didn't tell her not to turn me into the sun either.
You're already a son.
Yeah, but
And an heir.
Anyway.
nope, I'm not an heir. I don't think I am.
At any rate, whatever semantics you have in your mind, it doesn't matter. You've made an open-ended deal with a Fae.
With your wisdom and knowledge, you think that's a good idea to let my selfish brother have control of Towerfall?
I will tell you this, there is only one thing that a Fae wants most, and that is power. And if they have a puppet in place that has any amount of that. They will exploit it to the utmost that they can.
Is it best if I just left and went to the wilderness or something so she couldn't use me?
I would say it would be best if you didn't give her access to what it is she's seeking, which is power.
So you can't become king. Am I right?
And I'm thinking that I shouldn't go down to meet the drow, and I probably shouldn't be around anybody, because if I'm not anywhere where I can do any damage, then she can't use me. Or they could kill me, which was the plan to begin with.
I don't think that will solve anything.
I mean, look at Callum.
What? Why are we looking at me? What?
I don't know, you died once.
Oh, yeah. Callum has spaced out for this entire political conversation.
Honestly, I don't necessarily think going to the land of Nod, east of Eden, is going to help you.
Well, I don't think anything's going to help me. I'm wondering what's going to help them.
I think the best thing that you can do right now is try to figure out how to fix your situation.
Do you have any advice on that?
Break the spell or kill its source.
See, I kind of felt like we killed her before.
There's only one thing that can kill Faye, and I don't see any of it on you.
Determination?
Iron, sweetie. Iron.
Oh, that's easy enough to come by.
Well, irony is, but I need to make it official and go to the castle and meet my brother and say I renounce my right to the throne. That's your advice, I'm saying.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to have a think on it. There's still a few more variables at play. There does need to be peace with the drow, though.
That's my concern with my brother, because that's all he really wants, is power.
Maybe that's why Callum's here. Callum gets the help with the drow.
Drow are so cool. I'm so ready.
Honestly, that's my only concern with leaving my brother in charge. And as I said, I basically think I'm in charge of nothing right now anyways, because I'm not who I was. I mean, you said my siblings. I mean, I can go talk to other siblings. I just think he's the potential problem right now.
Aileen, who was standing at the back of the room, she came in midway through this conversation. She goes, well, now I was just thinking about it, and what if we were talking about creating something like a senate or a collection of individuals to rule instead of just an individual? What if your siblings were just the first senate, and then it would be a group instead of just your brother?
I mean, sounds great, but I don't think I have any authority anymore. I mean, we can try to talk them into it.
Well, there you go.
We could go with you. Or some of us could go with you. Maybe. If you don't feel like going by yourself.
I definitely need somebody to back up that I am
You know, I got nothing on my schedule.
who I say I am.
I think that regardless of what you look like and what color blood runs through your veins, you are still your own soul. Your spirit has not changed. So it is you.
It's purple, by the way.
Purple? Really? Anyway, you are you.
But you're not you when you're angry or hungry.
Have a Snickers.
Take charge of that. Be you, and don't let this outer appearance change that. Whatever authority you have, you still have.
And maybe you've got more of it because you're taller now.
And purple.
No, that's just his blood.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, I thought you meant the soul. That was oddly encouraging for someone that is also not themselves, but is still themselves, but also someone else.
How about this? Let's check on Pough.
Yes, please.
Rest. And then maybe we could go talk to your brother and the rest of your siblings. Yes? Is that the agreement?
Sounds like a plan.
Felix,
Yeah.
maybe to sweeten the deal for Orbog's brother, perhaps offer military support through the guild. Suggest that under a new governing party that you would be able to provide some sort of military protection for the city rolled into the deal.
Didn't Orbog say that this guy tried to kill him?
Yeah, well, he wants power and he wants to take over. He hasn't tried to kill me yet.
You're talking about Vault. Vault was the one who ordered the assassination.
That's my dad. Was my dad.
See, someone else's dad now.
He's dead dad now.
Oh, I got one of those.
Orbog didn't know that.
He shrugs. He's not a dad fan.
So if you're not sure that this guy's going to lead well, do you want to give him a military? Because that seems kind of, premature.
I think the idea was to create some sort of a parliament or Congress.
And that makes me think, do I need to go to my siblings before I go to my brother to get them on board with?
Wait, what's the difference?
Well,
because if he can rally all the Tower Falls against his brother would have no leverage.
Right.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
What is your government based upon?
Cheese.
Geez, I don't even know what you call it. Authoritarian?
Monarchy?
A monarchy? Yeah, under my father and mother.
So does the monarch represent a deity, a god to the people?
Not really. Although those who are religious here tend to worship Heimdall Idriselba. But some also worship Loki Tom Hiddleston.
That's illegal.
That is illegal.
I don't think laws are, always a deterrent.
The problem is it's been abused in the past and been used to separate and divide and to really abused and not used in the right ways. So that's why they weren't exactly, although my mother was different, my father was not a benevolent leader. He was not nice.
Right, but the values and the morality that is belongs to your kingdom, belongs to the kingdom that you belong to. Where do these structures come from, and how are they held in place?
I don't know. For as long as I've known that it's been in the Towerfall family name.
So the name itself is sufficient enough for people to continue to believe in the nation?
That's what we've had as long as I've been here. There are other older ancient beliefs that the tower out there that you may have seen has fallen, where the name came from, is actually Elvish in design. So there was other
right.
beliefs
I'm
before
talking
that.
about just your nation.
Yeah, it's
just your kingdom.
It's been more that everybody's just scared of my father and they follow the rules that he says or he kills them.
Why don't they leave?
It's a really long walk.
Yeah, it's an island.
There are no boats.
There are boats.
There's no magic portals. There's no.
The portals are only in the palaces.
What holds the people in thrall so they don't rise up against him?
It's more of a racism thing where the lot of orcs that just follow him because he's an orc, in my opinion, and they are the most powerful people here.
And what are they guaranteed when they follow him?
Oh, just that they get the first choice on food. The first, I mean, they are favored. They tend to get the best jobs, the best.
And are we going to be supporting those orcs, or are we going to be supporting who?
I would like to unite the north and south. There are mostly orc that live up north in the town. And in the south, I know you haven't gotten to see that much, but we're much more diverse and everything, but we're a lot smaller down here. And people tend to choose more a path like the one that you talk about of love and charity and helping. And not everybody does that, but it's a lot more common down here. I've also been told that we're supposed to have peace with the drow and that it's really important that we have peace with them because the drow have been the ones robbing us and attacking our ships and things.
What keeps other nations from coming in and taking over the orcs?
It has to do with the fact that this island is a stopover amongst shipping lanes. And if you were to attack this island, other nations would see it as a slight against them because it is a tactical position. So it's one of those things where they're held at bay by the other nations that exist within the realm.
But why don't some of the nations rise up together and take it over? If they see it as something that is unprofitable, as something that is tyrannical.
I don't know that they care as long as they get paid.
I feel like there's just a lot of logistics in a rebellion.
If you are going to join the North and the South, you're going to drastically change the makeup of the nation.
That's why we were trying to suggest a sort of a council that represented a lot of different parts.
And isn't this going to do the same thing to the other nations who use this as a way station? It's going to upset them. Perhaps we should get them on board before we present any plan.
Oh, there's a problem with that. Communication with all the other nations has been cut off.
It might be the tentacle thing.
We've heard rumors of a great calamity, but we're not entirely certain as to what it is.
Tentacles from the sky. A lot happened, is all I'm saying.
I understand, yes.
That's the point, though, is like, where it's like, oh, well, do we put all this work into this, or do we deal with the real issue at hand, which is Carrick and Zeus? They're the major problem. I mean, if they destroy the world, it's not going to matter if we have a nice little island kingdom here.
Right. It may be that we need to take smaller steps towards doing that. And if this is one of those smaller steps, then yes, we should do this first. But finding out what the largest bad thing is, the greatest evil, we should probably keep working towards that end.
Well, I think he's definitely watching us. We've seen him here on Towerfall.
As you say that, Orbog, you see a yellow piece of fabric flit by the window quickly.
Did you see that?
See what?
The yellow flitty
Callum gets bored and goes to find Pough.
You don't look like you're wearing yellow
Not
fabric.
me. I'm saying we're being watched. It doesn't matter.
No, you said that, yes.
But I just literally saw him watching us.
If you believe we are being watched, then how would you go ahead with making plans?
I don't know. Feel pretty helpless. I don't even know. I know some of you people can talk with your minds, but I don't know if they can hear that too.
Is there any language they don't understand?
Orbog's looking around because he has no...
I mean, they didn't exactly come with a manual.
Right, but in the time that I've been gone, have you sent out any operatives, any agents, any people who would be able to find these things out?
No, but I mean, they've been with us a lot.
Yeah, we've also had a lot of other more personal things come up since we got here. So I think that's part of the regrouping and learning. Callum knows things about Zeus. I don't know if he knows much about Carrick. I think there's a lot to learn, and I don't think I could just send out the Thieves Guild, and I don't know. I don't know how bound to this plane they are. I mean, obviously not, but you know what I'm saying, right?
I think if we got representatives from the different people that we are sort of representative of, and let them know and let them understand the depth of what is happening here, then perhaps that would go to great lengths for us to gain their assistance in this.
Rhoda steps forward. I think, because you guys were talking about Carrick, I think my brother Nikus has seen him.
Leona, what assistance can you bring from the world you come from?
So far, I've been inadvertently assisting by watching Felix's daughter while he's away.
But I'm back now.
Well, obviously, you're not going to take her into wherever it is you need to go to battle such a fiend.
Right, but I don't understand why I have to do any of that. I mean, I could just be dad now. You've got all the cool things, and I could just be dad.
Is that what Carrick is, a fiend?
I meant it in the adjective sense, not the race sense. I don't know what Carrick is.
You don't know what he is? That's what my question. I didn't know if there was like a banishment spell or something we could use on him.
That'd be a little bit tough because he exists in a non-realm. So to banish him to where would be to do nothing.
See, that's been my confusion the whole time. Like, I don't know why we, those of us here and not here, are responsible for doing anything. I don't understand the connection. It's never been explained. It's just a thing that's happened, and we've just kind of been running around with not with chickens, like chickens, with no heads. I mean, Callum's special. Look at his dad, but not me. Not Gareth's a different kind of special, but kind of the same kind of special that Orbog is. But Orbog's special because he's royalty. It's really hard not to just want to walk away from all of this. If I'm really honest, I don't see the reason why it's us.
Well, if you walk away and everything falls to pieces, and your time of walking away is years or months or even weeks, then would it be worth it to have walked away? If you could stay with us and work together with us and perhaps guarantee years, perhaps decades or centuries to the world.
Leona walks up to you, Felix. She puts one hand on your cheek.
And you blush.
Consider Drawn. He had no reason to sacrifice himself, but he chose to. He didn't indebt you, but I'd still say you incurred a debt on that day. And you need to understand that evil prevails when good people do nothing. So you ask yourself, why you? When the answer is because you're the tool that has been chosen for the task at hand.
I get what you're saying, but I've got LL. Years went by and I wasn't there. I walked away inadvertently. It wasn't necessarily my fault, but I did walk away. And now I have her back. It doesn't make sense to turn around and walk away again.
Even to protect her. Even if you have weeks or even days with her. Is that worth it to doom the world if you could have done something and spent those other years with her?
I guess it depends on what the other side of that coin looks like. Do I have more years with her than I would if I would just stay here?
You will never know unless you are faithful to your call.
I think you should invite her to fight by your side. It's the best of both worlds.
I mean, she is kind of cool right now.
Y'all, I am not trying to create DM PCs here.
What's a DMPC?
A PC that's played by the DM.
I think we have a lot to figure out. Also, where's Callum?
And for the final scene of tonight's episode, we shall find Callum venturing up the stairs towards where Pough would be. You approach the door. It's closed. What do?
Knock knock, wakey wakey. And I open the door.
You open the door and you see Pough laying in the bed on his back.
I'll just chill. Well, first to make sure he's breathing.
You approach him and you see his eyes completely glazed over, staring up at the ceiling.
Well, that doesn't seem good.
Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed this evening's episode of Playing Games with Strangers. Please like, rate, and subscribe. That puts us in front of other like-minded individuals like you who may be interested in D&D without all the other stuff. And if you possibly would consider it, please consider becoming a patron of us at patreon.com/playinggameswithstrangers. But if you are not able, completely understand. Tell a friend. That is always helpful. Word of mouth is always the best form of advertising. Do have a couple shout outs before we sign off this evening. First shout out would be to Grady Eichmann and his siblings for saying hey to our good friend Josiah, where he's currently working at. Also want to give a big old hello to Oliver Heinrichs. Thank you so much for your support and your suggestions. We do take them to heart. That being said, thank you so much for listening. We hope to catch you next time on Playing Games with Strangers. And on the behalf of everybody here, good night, cheesebags. Stay fresh.
You have been listening to the Playing Games with Strangers podcast with the voices of John Haryu, Catherine Serwinski, Dave Clements, J.S. Earls, Celeste Mora, Josiah Crandall, Eric Campagno, and Steve MacDonald. The theme music was written and performed by Steve Arthur, used with permission. Find more of his music on Facebook or wherever you purchase music digitally. Please review this podcast wherever you download it from to help other podcasters find our podcast and join our community. And once again, thank you for listening.
A massive thanks to our Blade Level patrons, Julie Earls, Aaron Peckham, Amanda Clements, Branson Boykin, Matthew Cosby, and Debbie Roth. Learn more and see how you can support the show by going to patreon.com/playinggameswithstrangers.